What's up, you guys? Slim here at Team Symmetry here with the special video that I decided to do actually not that long ago. This is going to be a special just for a lot of people that have been asking me questions and stuff about what deck I'm running. I've talked to a lot of people. A lot of people should know I am still running Malefics, you guys. And the deck has been amazing. My win record has been ridiculous. I've lost to only a few matches. And, honestly, this deck has brought me so much success. And unfortunately, I have not had the time or the opportunity to take it to a regionals. I've taken it to locals. I've taken it to stuff like that, just for playing for fun. I haven't entered competitively because, to be honest, like this deck would smash the entire locals that I usually go to or have been around because they're running all the same thing, and it's like, honestly, this deck just answers it. And I'm not trying to be cocky or anything. I'm just saying that this deck was designed to stop certain decks in the meta, and if you're running one of those decks, like, honestly, I have advantage from the start. Unless you go first and like you open like the nuts, like, honestly, you're gonna have a really hard time against this deck. So this video is just for everybody in the YouTube community that wanted to know, what is Malefic, what is all this hype behind Skill Drain Valley, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to call this Malefics 101 with Slim. So basically, you guys, I decided to run this deck for a couple reasons. First and foremost, I cannot take credit for this deck. This deck first appeared on ShriekTwoday.net several months ago, and then it was picked up by Louis Umbrara of Team Florida, which is interesting. I'm actually wearing the Florida fitted today. Didn't even realize that. He picked up the deck off of ShriekTwoday.net. He fine-tuned it a little bit, and he brought it to a top 8 finish at Indianapolis, the event where Robbie Boydgeron won. I watched his deck profile like multiple times. Like, I'm not even kidding you guys. I watched it over and over again to listen to why he ran the certain cards he ran. I looked at the ShriekTwoday.net. I looked at his deck. I built mine just like that, changed a couple things, and then, as the format progressed, I added a couple things. So basically, this deck answers plants, agents, TG agents, anything that runs a lot of monsters. Lightsworn, a lot of those decks have a very hard time against this deck. The reason is we're main decking Necrovalley and Royal Tribute. And a lot of people are going to say, oh my god, not that shit again from Gravekeepers. But it's like, the deck works with these cards, and the deck gains a lot of advantage. And you can't get mad at cards like that, especially with the release of Rescue Rabbit yesterday. Rescue Rabbit gets around this deck like it's nobody's business. You banish it, it activates like a RFG or some shit like that, and it's like you get out your 2 monsters, you exceed whatever. I can't stop that, and that's what's ridiculous is that Rescue Rabbit is extremely broken, and a lot of people are on its nuts right now. So this deck answers a lot of those decks. Like, even with your Exceed, if I flip Skill Drain and I drop Malefic, like, you can't answer 4,000. So it's like, you're gonna have a really hard time. But I feel that people have been asking, a lot of questions about why I'm running Malefics, and the reason why I'm running Malefics is, I've gotten a lot of shit from people. Like, my own teammates are having a hard time against this deck, and they don't want to play against it. Like, they jokingly say it, but they mean it. They don't want to play against me. They don't want me to play this deck. They want me to play a meta deck. So honestly, you guys, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Malefics. I might give in and make plants with Tour Guide or something like that, just so that I can have some fun games, and then take Malefic to an actual event, because the deck is amazing, and I want to talk about like some of the changes I made and just give you guys like a Malefic 101. So we're going to start with that right now. So I hope this answers, by the time I'm done, I hope this answers a lot of people's questions. I'll try not to make this video too long, but no promises, because you know how I just start rambling like I am right now. But let's start with the basics, you guys. The basics of this deck are simple. You're going to run 2 commandants because you're going to search out your Necrovalley. That's obvious. With that said, what fields, people are wondering, what are your other ways to get your fields? Obviously 3 terraforming. So with 3 terraforming and 2 commandant, you have 5 ways to search fields. And it's ironic, you actually only run 5 fields. People are wondering, what are your chances? What if you open multiple? Beautiful. It doesn't matter. Terraforming is amazing regardless. Commandant becomes 21 under Necrovalley. It's amazing. These cards alone are going to win you a lot of your games, because what you do with Geartown, people wondering, why does this deck run Geartown? You go Geartown, you set over it with another Geartown or a Necrovalley. You just set over it. It's destroyed. It triggers Engrave. You bring out Ancient Gear Gajiltron Dragon. Gajiltron Dragon is a 3,000 type point machine. When it attacks, your opponent cannot activate spells or traps until the end of the battle phase. That's ridiculous. Smart players only attack with this. If you attack with another monster, they can activate traps. You will be screwed. Only attack with this. That's my best advice, because I've made that mistake many times. But the deck synergy is ridiculous with this card. Gajiltron Dragon has won me so many games, it's not even funny. That's like the basics of the deck. Your standard opening play is Terraforming to Geartown, get another field set over it, bring out Gajiltron Dragon, maybe set a back row or two and end. That's an amazing opener, because how do you answer 3,000 turn 1 besides, wasting your Dark Hole, booking it? I mean, you got a hard time answering that card. So that's why that card's run. You know, for control purposes, I run triple Thunder King. I already, people who saw Dark Lord Desire 225's video on his old channel, like Bernie, shout out to my little bro. He profiled my deck in and what do you call it, at Frankenstein's when I was in LA a couple weeks ago. So the deck is there, you guys. There's a couple changes, but you guys know I do main triple Thunder King. Thunder King is just so good. I mean, I don't even have to explain it. You can negate a synchro, negate an exceed, negate a special. They can add cards to hand. People think it would hurt you, just play your cards first and then drop Thunder King. Really good card. One of the best cards of the format right now. You got to run it. And then the last monsters in this deck are just pure beatdown. Skill Drain, Barbaros. 3,000 attack. That's all you need to know. 3,000 attack, another 1,900 to crash with Thunder King if you're holding a Duality or a Terraforming. Bait out Bottomless. Bait out stuff like that. Bait out Warning, and it's just amazing. And of course, the last monster, the best monster of the deck, Malefic Cyberend. People are like, that card is ridiculous. 4,000 attack, yeah. 2,800 defense, yeah. You're gonna have a really hard time getting around it. People are wondering, why is the deck so good? The deck is really good because agents, as strong as they are, plants as strong as they are, the monsters are not 4,000, they're not 3,000, they're not big like these monsters are. These monsters are big, and it's very hard to get around them, so that's why the deck is so good. In addition to other cards we run, I already told you guys we run Royal Tribute. Please don't ask why. We run Necrovalley, we tribute them, they get screwed. We run only 13 monsters. They're most likely going to get hit more than us. It's an advantage getter, sorry, but that's how Yu-Gi-Oh's played. Don't hate. The newest additions, I have 3 new additions that I had made to the deck since the time it was profiled. The first one, Sacktastic, limiter removal. I have 5 machines, but this thing is amazing because I go Malefic Cyberend, I go attack. If the attack goes through, I drop this, I just won in like a turn. Ridiculously good. Not everybody will run it, but I choose to run it because I think it's really good. It's won me countless games. The newest additions because of Dark World. Just for Dark World, and then I realized how good it is against agents, plants, and everything else. I'm maining 2 D-Fissures, you guys. And people are wondering, why would you do that with Commandant with so many monsters? Wouldn't you lose them? I'm like, yeah, but the advantage over the opponent is ridiculous. You drop DeFi, what are they going to do? You get rid of their monsters, their searchers don't work, stuff like that doesn't work, and that's why this card is so good. If you go DeFi Royal Tribute on a Dark World player, they scoop. They instantly scoop. What the hell are you going to do? You have no way out. I don't have anything face down. You're not going to Dark World Lightning me, so it's you have to discard to the grave. There's no grave, so yeah, you kind of lose. That's why I'm maining DeFi. Also, playing against plants, hindering their plays with Spore, with Dandelion, all like that. DeFi plays are critical, and that's why I love this card. Also, it's really good MST bait. MST my stuff. No matter how strong your monster is, if I flip Skill Drain and drop Malefic, it's over. Your monsters are not strong enough. Warning me, please. Solemn warning me, pay 2,000. You only have 6,000 left. All I gotta do is drop a Gajiltron, attack. You can't activate spells or traps. I can. I activate Limiter. Game. That's why this deck synergy is ridiculous. And that's other stuff I've included. And then, the last stuff is pretty standard. 2 MSTs, 2 Pot of Dualities. I cut 1 Pot of Duality so I could fit in the D-Fissure and make the deck 41. You only need 2 pots. Honestly, you can really open bad, and Duality sometimes won't save you. If you can't special that turn, so you can't drop a Malefic, you can't do Gajiltron plays, you can't do anything like that. But Duality makes it consistent, so you gotta run those cards. MST, get rid of pesky back row. That's pretty much it. And then the big thing people want to know is, what are the traps? Traps are simple, you guys. Triple Skill Drain, triple Dark Bribe. Dark Bribe is the MVP, saves so many monsters, so many plays. Your answer to Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, all stuff like that. This deck does not run Solemn Warning, cannot afford to pay 2,000 life points in addition to the skill drains. Running Compulse. Compulse is the MVP. You can pulse a monster back and you can attack for game most of the time. Gores will not save you against this deck because skill drain makes it so you don't get your token. Ridiculously broken. I love plays like that where I flip skill drain and Gores comes out and flip skill drain. It's no token. I'm just going to run over your 2,700 next turn. Same with Tragodia. Tragodia has 0 attack. It can't do any of its nifty effects. Really good. Really good when they Chimera Tech me because it goes to 0 and I just run it over next turn. And the last 3 traps, double Safe Zone and Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment because it's like one of the best trap cards ever. You have to run it. And Safe Zone to save my monsters, or if you're silly enough to MST it, I'll chain it to your monster dies. With DeFi, it's amazing because like your monster just gets removed, no plays for days. I did that to a Sangan once. It was pretty amazing. But that's the deck, you guys. Like pretty standard and like. Malefic 101, play your field, play another field, get Gajiltron, drop Malefic, control with Thunder King, whatever you have to do to control the game, just do it. It's very simple. If people have questions, comment below or inbox me and I will tell you anything you need to know about Malefics. People are asking, what would you side? Side the stuff you don't main. I'm siding D-Fissures, Bottomless, Dust Tornado, Starlight Road, Zombie World. Zombie World because of Monarchs. That deck sucks to play against because they're Treeborns. If I don't have DeFi, they really get around me. If I can't draw Skill Drain, like I really get screwed. So Zombie World is a must. Another MVP, King Tiger Wang Hu. You have to run Wang Hu. You stop like everything. And Cyber Dragons for those gadget matches. Gadget and Machina matches are the hardest matchup for this deck. Just because, like I said, if you don't get skill drain, getting around those plays is very, very hard. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Like I said, if you have questions, leave them below. I'll try to include the deck list this time in the description. The last thing is there's no synchros in this deck. There's no exceeds in this deck. You only run 3 Cyber End Dragons. You can run Stardust. I run 3 Stardust just for the Starlight Road. You got to run this guy, though. I didn't include this in my deck profile, and Sergio made fun of me for it, and he was right. You do side Cyber Dragons, you better have Chimera Tech in there. Also, if they're silly enough to leave Chimera Tech, Cyber Dragon there, just use it. So that's pretty much it, you guys. That's Malefic 101 with Slim. If you have any questions, please PM me or comment below. I didn't expect that I would actually make this video, but I'm really glad I did. I hope this is informative to any beginning Malefic player. My advice is build the deck your own way. Run Royal Tribute, though. You won't regret it, I swear. Like, it's amazing. Run DeFi if you can main it. And if you, like I said, if you have any questions, leave them below. I hope everyone's having a good day. I hope this video was informative. I love doing videos like this. Let me know what you guys think. Please like this video. Please like this video. This is a really fun video for me to make. I just hope you guys really enjoy it. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So onward with Malefics, and hopefully someone will bring it to a solid top if I can. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.